Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Lycan here, and I'm with another YouTube video. Now, this one is going to be a little different. It's, well, as you can see, it is Clash of Clans, and this account is, well, Town Hall 10 right now. And I just got it to this a couple weeks ago, but I have been working on a new kind of attack recently over the last week, and I thought I'd show off some good examples for you guys. And I'm going to start off with some war attack examples that I got. So let's see, there is two good examples. I'm going to show off this one first. The first thing I do is I just put down my queen, and then I put down 4 healers, let her destroy things for a little bit. Then I place down my dragons and the stone slammer with it. But you notice I haven't put down my king yet. That's because I want my healers to continually stay on her for as long as possible. Then I put down the 2 minions to help clean up on this section. Then I put down the king right about here, just so he can help clean up down there. And then I use his ability when his HP gets low. And it just basically goes to her just basically, you know, like, just basically cleaning up as much as she can, and I still have 2 rage potions to use on top of this. And this is the rest of this attack is just basically watching my queen basically do as much destruction as possible. But the unfortunate part is I could not finish out this attack because the time ran out. And then here's the really good attack that I got, using the same strategy as before, but just slightly different this time. So as you saw, I put a minion down right over here, and I still got another minion right here, just to clear out the 2 builder huts, and whatever else I could possibly clear out with them. Then I put down my queen right here, and the 4 healers, because here's the thing. All the air defenses are right here. And if I put her down here, the healers are not going to get attacked whatsoever. They're not going to be in any form of danger at this point. If I had the queen down here with the healers. And then I start putting dragons up near the top section of the base. And then I put down the rest of them with the stone slammer. First rage goes down, second and third. And I put down 1 freeze just to freeze those defenses for a little bit. Put down my last freeze just to freeze that, and then my two rage spells. And I get it down as much as possible. And then yes, as you see here, I still got, I think it's 2 dragons. Yeah, 2 dragons right there. And as you saw here, my healers were near death, but fortunate enough, my queen was able to do enough damage to push forward, so that way the healers wouldn't die at that point. So overall, this was probably my my most successive queen walk attack at this point, and it's against the same town hall level, I think. as mine. And then, as you can see, I've done a lot of queen walk attacks. Now this was when I just started learning it. But here's just one example. Here's another example of how you can use queen walk as well. What you kind of want to try to do with queen walk is see if you can could drop your healers in a certain position with the queen. That way they are not targeted by air defenses. So that way your healers last longer and they'll be able to continually heal your queen consistently. And then a strategy you do with the Barb King on top of it is just kind of place it, I guess, on the opposite side of the base. And have the Barb King just, you know, kind of cause havoc on that side. Clear up a little bit over there. And just kind of do as much damage as it can possibly do. And then I got the rage spells here for, you know, enraging my dragons. And also, just basically, if necessary, what you can do with the rage spells is when you do enrage the healers, they heal like double the pace compared to normal. And you saw that happen on the first war attack I showed you guys earlier. But essentially, you can do this with air or ground, but I just prefer doing the queen walk with dragons because I think it's more effective and the healers won't move to any of the other units in your army, essentially. Seeing as though everything that I have in my army is just nothing but air, and my only ground units are the king and the queen. Which makes it so that my queen is the only one that's getting healed by the healers, therefore making the attack a perfectly good success. And then let's see, where's there another good example of let's see, okay, here's another one where I was doing some loot raiding. And here's a perfectly good example, because, let's see. Oh, like, when I looked through this base, I was wondering which side would be the most effective to go in with the queen and the healers. And I decided up here at the top, because there's multiple reasons. One, there was more loot up there to begin with. Right over here in this corner, you see there was 4. This one, there's 3. And over here, there is 5. Up there was about 5. But I put the queen up there with the healers because essentially what I was thinking was that it would basically put my healers in less danger overall. And that's just one of my main concerns when going with queen walk, is whether or not you put your healers at a greater risk. Now see here what I use with the rage spell? That's what I mean by enraging your healers. They heal double the amount compared to usual. And once here on the bottom, I like to put down my Barb King. Now I've already used all of my rage spells at this point, but my queen's just right here causing havoc. And at this point, my healers are just gonna die off, right about here. And that doesn't quite end my attack just yet, but it basically does. As we just see the dragon clear off this bottom section, trying to get as many points as possible. And just for a little disrespect, killing the Barb King and the Builder Hut. But right there, you get a lot of loot. I get about basically about 1 million loot with 4,000 Dark Elixir. And let me see if I got another perfectly good attack. So, oh yeah. Here's another one that had a lot of loot in it. Now, if you check out the loot here, there is a lot of it. And this is a 1.5 million raid. And I put the Barb King down right here because I want to start my queen about where I dropped him. Because this is what's going to be the most effective for my queen for this one, is what I was thinking. And so I double check and I just see, I guess, where I want to properly drop her with the healers. But I decide to not instantaneously drop her afterwards, and I just start my dragon attack from the top of the base. But I clearly decided to put her on the left, and then use my rage spells to get my balloons further into the base, as, you know, it would help out my queen a lot better. And overall, it would just basically, you know, it would just be more effective. And then I used my queen's ability to knock out the other queen, just to make it a little more efficient. But once again, I ran out of time. But look at the resources I gained from this raid. So I technically did not lose it. I didn't gain exactly about half the amount of Dark Elixir I could have. But this raid is still a success. I got about 1 million in resources still. But I think what I should also do is I should try to find a quick base to just show off another attack before I end this. That is a Town Hall 12, so that's a big no. Okay, this is another nice one. And they got it all in storages too. Now, where could most of the storages be? It's just on the bottom. Now, I guess the tricky part here is which side you want to do this on. That is the tricky part of doing this. Do we want to do it from the left or do we want to do it from the right? Both are good options. Both are good options. I think I might just do it from the left, but I'm going to drop my Barb King with 1, maybe two of my minions. And I'm going to arrange my Barb King right here. He's not going to make it past the wall, but yeah. It's a big oh well at that point. Oh, and I also noticed this too, but this guy's expos and his expos and infernos do not have anything in it, so this base has not been active for a while. So this is going to be a good base to actually raid upon. I'm going to put 1 dragon here, because that's going to be out of range. And just put the rest down here with some balloons. Put a rage right there. And then I'm going to drop my queen and the 4 healers right there. No, okay, so apparently his expos do actually have some stuff to them, but they didn't. I guess it's kind of hard to tell sometimes what exactly they, whether or not they are, you know, like, Whether they're usable or not is just the big thing. But what I am going to do here, I'm going to use a freeze right here. I'm going to drop this there. Because, let's see, I got about a good percentage of the base here. Now, I guess the one thing that, the last thing I'm going to try to get out of this raid is however much gold I can possibly get. I'm going to pop my Queen's ability right here. Just so, because I don't want to utilize my rage spell just yet for this attack. I still have some usage for it right now. And then I'm going to drop it right about there. And I didn't get all the gold, but I got still over 1 million. I still got over 1 million in resources, which is really nice. But yeah, this is essentially the comp I use, which is 4 healers, 8 dragons, 2 minions, and then 5 rage, 1 freeze. That's just my essential. And I think I'll just end this with a upgrade to the Dark Barracks, actually. Yeah, I'll upgrade the Dark Barracks, that way I can get my bowlers, because I've been kind of focusing on trying to get these, and upgrading my freeze. That's what I've really been focusing on with my elixir recently, is I've been using freeze for these raids, because it's so good for it, essentially. It enables defenses to, I guess, repoint at certain things. And it just becomes extremely useful for when you are basically using air with the Queen Walk. A freeze gets extremely useful. But you have to always be careful about where you put your freeze spells at. And that's just essentially it. But thank you guys for watching. And I hope you learned a little something about, Queen walking and all that. But that's just my essential Town Hall 10 strategy right now. Especially for when it comes to war. Because, well, let's see. As you can see, because how much is that in terms of, like, okay, yeah, it's slightly more expensive, but you know what? It works. It really works right now, because for going from Town Hall 9 to 10, you cannot upgrade balloons, unfortunately. And I have my laboratory upgraded. Now, here's the thing. Level 9 laboratory is required for level 7, and I think level 8 balloons. Now, dragons, you can upgrade an extra level when you get to Town Hall 10. And the healers, their max level at this one is 4 as well. And going from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10, you can upgrade your freeze to level 5. And it's pretty crucial that you upgrade your freeze at this Town Hall level before you go up to 11. That is one of the more crucial spells that you want to upgrade, because of how much potential that this spell has. And I still have yet to experiment and see what I could do with clone spells, but obviously the free spell is more important. and it is just, well, you know, it's just more useful in terms of raids. It stops defenses from aiming at your troops, and it just basically overall helps you in the raid and in war attacks in general. So it'll just instantaneously freeze whatever defenses are targeting your troops, whether that be air defenses, expos, inferno towers, hidden Teslas that pop up from the ground that you want to just freeze for like 4 seconds, which is more than enough time. You can put like a rage spell over it and have your troops just run them over while they're frozen and they're not targeting anything. And overall, it's just very, very good. But I think I've rambled on too much. I think I've talked too much. I might have bored you guys a little bit, but it's just, I want to get some information out of myself. That way you guys know exactly what one option is for Town Hall 10, especially when I started it like just last month. And yeah, no, it was this month. Yeah, I started it this month, and this is what I came up with. This is something that I've really been getting into as of late. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something. I will see you later. Goodbye and ciao.